how to summon the ultra instinct flow state, aka Mushin, meaning no mind, in the sport of boxing. Hello Earthlings, Ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here, and today we're going to get into how to summon the ultra instinct flow state, aka Mushin, meaning no mind, in the sport of boxing. Starting off with the most important, your bread and butter, the stance itself. So if you're southpaw, it's going to be left foot right outside your right, and if you're conventional like me and most other people, it's going to be right foot right outside your left. Now you want to make sure your back foot is facing off in that direction. Front foot is at about a 30 to 35 degree angle. You want to be nice and light on your toes, heels in alignment with your toe. Knees slightly bent. Make your body a small target. Make sure your body's facing kind of in a 45 degree angle. Bring your elbows in, hands forward. You're going to tuck your chin and have your hand out there just waiting to strike like a cobra and to gauge distance and control the pace of the fight. Now, 60, 40, 40, 60, 60, 40. Get comfortable rocking back and forward. This is how you maximize the power and leverage in each of your shots. Now, as you're getting comfortable rocking back and forward, we're going to focus on the four-corner movement. Everything in boxing comes from the four-corner movement. Now, when you negate the fundamentals and the basics, everything collapses afterwards. So to move forward and to the left, you're pushing off that back foot and taking a step with your front foot. To move back and to the right, you're pushing off that front foot and taking a step with your back foot. Now, I want you to follow along with me. We're going to get comfortable in this four-corner movement right here. Because remember, everything derives from the footwork. If your footwork isn't on par with everything else will collapse, and the system of what it is that you're doing will be broken. Now, if you ever notice, again, you're going to follow me with the four-corner movement. Every boxer that is great has phenomenal footwork, exceptional, something that looks like out of a video game. How are they doing it? What it is that they're doing? Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis of our generation. I mean, and the list goes on and on as far as the footwork goes. Now, from the four-corner movement, we're going to get into more of a springing four-corner movement. So you're going to leap forward, push off the front. All right, we're going to be switching sides, going front and back. You want to get comfortable right here to try to engage that flow state. So when you're punching, as you're doing this, stuff starts to go hand in hand, foot with hand, and coordination will stand. I know it may sound like a stupid poem that I wrote, but everything will make sense to you as you progress. Now, from the four-corner movement, we are going to incorporate head movement because everything comes from head movement. Now, to slip left or right, you're going to slightly turn your shoulders in the direction of where you want your head to go while slightly leaning forward. And to understand it a little bit better, especially when starting out, you want to pivot your foot in that direction and make sure your head is about a head length out of the way, going to the left, and about a head length out of the way, going to your right. Again, if you're not comfortable with it, you can pivot. It makes it a little bit easier to turn in that direction. And as you get comfortable, then you just turn from the waist. Just like that there, to go to left or to go right. So I'm moving back, moving left, all right? And how you engage that flow state is that you're always on the move. You're kind of thinking ahead of your opponent because boxing is a high-speed chess match no matter how you look at it. So if you just stand there all still, flat-footed, very square with your opponent, never really moving your head, making it easier for them to hit you like a punching bag, that's how you get knocked out. You always want to think about what it is that your opponent is trying to do. So you're always constantly moving your head. Now, after you're slipping left and right, you're going to slip left and right, step back, okay? You're going to switch it up. Slip left and right, step back, slip left and right, go to the left, slipping left, step right, stepping back. And if you want to switch the pace of it, going right to left, step back. But again, you're always switching it up to confuse your opponent. Everything is coming from the four-corner stance. You're always moving your head. Now, as you're getting comfortable stepping back, you're simply using your front foot as an anchor to step back. Your back foot comes back to the front. It's going to propel you forward with maximum power with a cross that you may throw. So again, getting comfortable with the footwork. Everything comes from the footwork, and you're constantly moving your head. Now from the slipping left slash right and stepping back, we're gonna get into the rolling. Again, okay? Again, you're confusing your opponent. Slipping left slash right, step back, you're rolling. You're making it hard for your opponent to try to hit you. All right, slipping right slash left, step back, roll, roll. All right, or roll, left, right, move, step back. Getting comfortable with your footwork. Now as that footwork is getting comfortable, you're realizing something as we're moving into those positions. Everything is coming from the left or the right to the left. That's where the power exchange is happening. So you're spring loading that front foot. So if you were to throw a punch, it's gonna come with maximum power. And then as you throw that punch over, you're spring loading that back foot, because if you wanted to throw a punch from the back, you're coming with maximum power. Now from the right, if I wanted to roll, I can. I'm stepping back, boom, stepping forward with that right uppercut, pivoting to the left as I'm slipping left and getting out of the way. Everything is coming from me rolling my shoulders and hips in a direction where I'm going. But it makes it easier as your footwork is there and you're getting comfortable with the slips, because as the defense picks up, it makes it easier for you to engage your punches naturally, all right? So we're gonna throw a jab in there, okay? We're slipping left, slash right, jab. Right, left, jab, step back, jab. All right, moving to the left, slip left, slap right, jab, jab, step back, roll, roll. All right, now we're gonna triple up that jab, pop, 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 step back, slipping left. All right, making sure all your body mechanics are in place, your posture is straight, you're tucking that chin in, you're keeping your elbows nice and tight to the body. Now after incorporating that jab, you're gonna get that power hand in there. The most important combination in the sport, the jab cross. Pop, pop, right, left, okay? Again, pop, pop, roll, right, left. Again, jab cross, pop, step forward. Jab cross, slip right, slash left, step back, keeping those hands up. Do you notice something? I'm not there to be hit. I'm changing up my rhythm. I'm making it harder for my opponent to read me. And I'm trying to be deceptive by throwing feints in there and being jiggly with my movements, not making my opponent think what's gonna come towards them. Now, but you have to understand, when I'm moving left slash right, and you're mimicking me to the best of your ability, you gotta hit the double in bag, you gotta hit the speed bag, you gotta hit the ball that goes around your head in front of you. That's gonna help with getting used to something coming to your face. Practice drills and sparring, whether it's jabbing or throwing straight punches, and you're slipping left slash right while moving around, and you're just constantly moving your head, because as it gets comfortable for you to move your head and move around, then to counter isn't gonna be that hard, because you're getting comfortable understanding the body mechanics of how the flow state works. That's why when you see some people moving the ring, it looks so effortlessly, all right? Again, you're following me, slipping left, jab, jab, step back, cross. Duck around that punch, keep your hands up, you're feinting, throwing that jab out a quarter of the way, all right? Finding a range by probing that jab, pop with that left hook, right back. But again, when you're trying to see where the punches are coming from, when you're watching your opponent, you're watching their clavicle, all right? You wanna practice every day if you can, 20 to 30 minutes at least at home. If you can find a trainer that really go through the basics and the fundamentals of the sport with you, and you're able to spar about light to mid sparring, not heavy sparring, 2 to 3 times a week, because getting those reps in is gonna be the difference between bringing up your fighter IQ or just being good in front of people watching you shadow box or hit the bag. That's gonna be the biggest difference, all right? So again, you wanna get comfortable just moving around, shifting that weight to the right, to the left. As you get comfortable shifting that weight to the right or to the left, you'll understand the body mechanics of throwing punches, all right? Because, like, watch me. As I'm coming forward to you, jab, cross, you see my body's turning, hook, hook, uppercut, uppercut. Everything is going into the center line, because everything comes from the center line, thus thinking about the Jack Dempsey power line. As you understand that, it'll make it easier for you to jab, slip, roll, cross, slip, pivot, hook, back, uppercut, roll, roll, stepping. And just always being aware of where you are, where your opponent is, and your feet are. Because as it becomes easier and easier for you to move around, and you get into that flow state, everything will seem effortless. But you have to beat at your craft every day. Don't just go into the sport trying to just incorporate street fighting tactics in the ring. That's how you get your head knocked off. That's how you don't learn, and that's how you don't elevate in the sport as quickly as you want. Be a student to the game. Watch as many fights as you can every single day. Work on footwork first. That's the first thing you should be working on when you go into the gym, by doing it through your jump roping, jogging, and then just practicing the four corner movement as much as you can, pivoting, the L step, the custom auto shift. Focus on all things footwork first, and then start to incorporate the head movement. And then from the head movement, then you get into the punches, because a strong defense creates a great offense. And the name of the game of boxing is to hit and not get hit. Hopefully you found this video useful. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the ultraviolet. And if you liked the video, please comment and subscribe, and always work towards becoming your greatest version.